Spider-Man Outlaws, Season 1, Episode 11, a fanfiction podcast created by Josh Dowd. This episode is called Battle Royale. We start this episode right where the last one ended. The newly formed Sinister Six, composed of Kingpin, Doc Ock, Rhino, Hobgoblin, Tombstone, and Smythe, who is there via live feed controlling the Spider Slayer, are fighting for their lives as Man-Spider, aka a mutated version of Spider-Man, found his way into the Kingpin's lair. Spider-Man growls at the team. Let's see how goblin gas works on you, Spider. Hobgoblin fires at Man-Spider, shooting multiple pumpkin missiles out of his goblin glider, and they all hit around Man-Spider, and he starts to inhale the gas, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on him. As the Hobgoblin gets closer, Man-Spider uses his many arms to grab the goblin's glider and keep it from accelerating. After 3 punches to the glider, Man-Spider damages the engine and Hobgoblin crash lands it into Fisk's floor and falls off. What? No. Sorry, chumps, but I'm out of here. You're on your own.
You worthless coward.
The moment I get hurt is the moment I'm done. I don't care what you think. Smell you later.
Him. We don't need him. Same thing as before. Get the fire.
Doc Ock marches at Man-Spider with Kingpin by his side. As he gets there, he manages to dodge the swinging arms of Man-Spider, but Kingpin is grabbed and held in the air like a dirty, wet washcloth. After a few seconds of Kingpin being held into the air, a elephant bird comes soaring through the broken window and starts pecking at Man-Spider. When this happens, he drops Kingpin on the floor and starts swatting at the elephant bird, knocking him back into the wall. We see the bird changes back into Chameleon, and then transforms himself again into another version of Man-Spider and lunges at the original. While Tombstone watches in horror, Smythe controls many mini Spider Slayer robots that begin to shoot at the Man-Spiders with the intent to stun them, but many hits land and only piss Man-Spider off. He grabs one of the Spider Slayer robots and crushes one. He breaks another one by swatting at it, and slams another pod into another one, destroying them both. Next, Man-Spider takes a sharp piece of broken robot and slams it into Kingpin's leg. When this happens, Doc Ock manages to get the drop on Man-Spider and confines him with his 3 tentacles.
Hurry up, one of you grab the vial. I don't know how much longer I can restrain this creature.
Within seconds, all of the Spider Slayer robots are destroyed as they were made to take on Spider-Man, not Man-Spider. Kingpin started crawling off in the distance with a sharp piece of metal in his leg. Chameleon's Man-Spider went up against the original and punched him a few times in the face, gut, and diaphragm while being held by Doc Ock. And Tombstone would turn to run to Man-Spider and grab the vial, but he would be slammed from 2 different arms from Man-Spider into Kingpin, and the vial with the serum would drop. Next, Rhino would charge at Man-Spider, but would miss him and hit the wall and get stuck. We see Man-Spider rip off another tentacle from Doc Ock, now leaving him with 2. The 2 that were his legs. He would react so fast that he would grab Doc Ock and pick him up and throw him out the window. Chameleon, still transformed as Man-Spider, would reach for the falling vial, and one of the many arms would manage to get it. But the original Man-Spider would bite Chameleon and web himself into the air towards the broken window to exit. Chameleon would fall to the ground and transform back into himself and start having a seizure from the venom of Man-Spider's bite. But Doc Ock and Tombstone and Rhino would be left, and Doc Ock would grab the vial from Chameleon, and Rhino would pull his head out of the wall just in time to block the window for Man-Spider to not exit. He would say, now where do you think you're going?
You don't get to leave just yet. There's still 3 of us.
Yeah, and we're just getting started.
Doc Ock would jump at Man-Spider, and his tentacles would grab the ceiling and start marching at him. He was determined to get this cure inside of his mouth. Rhino would brace for impact and grab Man-Spider before he could flee by charging into him. Man-Spider tried to bite him, but it wouldn't have any effect on him as he was wearing a suit, and Man-Spider couldn't penetrate the thick leather to get to his skin. Tombstone would perform punch after punch and try to subdue him, but the Man-Spider was resilient, and all he did was tire himself out, and Man-Spider and brace the pain. Doc Ock would finally get to Man Spider and would prop open his mouth and hold it open with his tentacles and say, "Come on, Doc, I can't hold him forever. What are you waiting for?"
Just do it already.
With Man Spider's mouth propped open, Doc Ock would pop open the vial and pour the contents into Man Spider's mouth. But Man Spider would fire multiple webs from different arms. One would pull Doc Ock off the ceiling. Another knocks the cure out from the air, falling, and it would land over near Kingpin. Another web would hit Tombstone and stick him to the wall, but he would be free as quickly as he was pinned down. Rhino shouted, "Come on, you cowards, get up! I can only hold them for so long!" Rhino was still containing Man Spider when Kingpin manages to slowly get up. His leg was now broken, and he pulled the metal shard out of it. He reached over and grabbed the container and started to limp for the first few steps, but Man Spider breaks out from Rhino's grasp and adrenaline kicks in. A fleet of Spider Slayer robots arrive to help Chameleon, and Kingpin makes his way to the window after seeing Man Spider make a break for it to block him. Just about as Man Spider gets there, Kingpin jumps up in the air and manages to tackle Man Spider out of the air. Tombstone comes rushing over and with Rhino, and they hog pile on top of Man Spider. The creature growls and freaks out, and Kingpin throws the cure into his mouth. But Man Spider uses his 6 arms to web the walls and pull himself free. As Tombstone, Rhino, Kingpin quickly get up and block the window, Man Spider looks at all 3 of them and growls in aggravation. He charged at Kingpin and webs the ceiling last minute and kicks Kingpin out the window, but Doc Ock catches him emerging at the right time. "Thank you, Dr. Octavius, for the assist."
I'm glad I could help. Did he get the cure?
Yeah, let him go. I ain't doing that. Webhead here made it personal.
I got Chameleon to the hospital. I wish I could do more to help.
"You've done enough, Smythe. Good job." Man Spider would hurry up and shove Tombstone to the ground and webs Rhino in the face and jumps towards the window. Kingpin and Doc Ock move out of the way and don't try to stop him. They watch and see that Man Spider disappears into the night. "There, I think we did it."
But at what cost? Look at this place. It's destroyed.
Everything that can be salvaged should immediately be packed up and ready for transport.
Wait, did we just save him?
Or did we just make it worse?
The hospital has said that they've been able to stabilize Chameleon for now.
Now, Ronnie.
It's Tombstone now.
It's Ronnie to me. You show up at my home, attacking me, accusing me of kidnapping Silvermane's daughter, then expect respect. That was washed away the moment you walked through the door tonight.
I'm sorry, sir. I made a bad decision.
You did, and it's going to cost you. But I must admit, it's nice to know where your loyalty lies. Now leave me. As for you, Mr. Octavius, I believe we need to have a chat.
About what?
You saved my life. What is it that drives you? I'd like to reward you for what you have done.
So, since I'm not needed anymore, I'm gonna go take a poo. Later.
In an apartment building in Queens, Felicia Hardy is sitting with a passed-out Michael Morbius, a.k.a. Morbius the Living Vampire. She says,
"Damn it, Michael. I love you. Please don't die. I'll do anything to help you. I love you."
She cried, putting her hands on his chest. When it hit her, there have been reports and happenings throughout the city. She might be able to find something that can help him. She wipes the tears and blew her nose and began searching the internet for help. She looks up, how does he feed and what does he need to feed? She understands it's plasma, but how does one get plasma?
Okay, so according to the Daily Bugle, Morbius feeds off plasma. He had muttered something like that earlier when he first arrived. The police report says the victims have suction cup bruisings on them, and were reported to feel pretty exhausted after the encounter.
Felicia would start looking all over his body for the suction cup. It would take her a few minutes before she would finally find them on Morbius's hand, and she would begin to hold it. At first, she would freak out and instantly pull away at how weird it felt, but it wouldn't be long before she would return and hold his hand again.
Michael, I love you with all my heart. There's not a thing I wouldn't do for you, my love. Nobody has ever made me feel the way you make me feel.
Morbius would be half awake from his own hunger and feel the presence of plasma in his hand. He would grab Felicia's hand and begin to feed. She would struggle to let go of his grasp, but it was so tight on her wrist. It would almost be a minute before he would finally let go. Felicia wouldn't notice anything at first, but for the most part felt fine. But then she would look at a nearby mirror and see now her appearance would be getting older.
No? Oh God, what's happening to me? Michael, wake up, Michael!
Michael's eyes would open and he would feel the hunger subsiding. When he looked over, he saw Felicia, but an older version of her now.
Felicia, no! What have you done?
Michael, you're okay.
Felicia, how long did you hold my hand for? Please tell me it wasn't no more than 60 seconds.
I'm not sure why.
Because I only feed on victims for 45 seconds max. Any more than that, it has not been good.
Not been good how?
Death crap. I'm going to get you to the hospital. If I'm quick enough, I can save you. Maybe they can give you plasma transplant.
Wait, who's that woman in the mirror?
That's you, my love.
Felicia faints and Morbius picks her body up. He carries her over to the balcony and flies her off to the hospital. When he gets there, he opens up the back of an ambulance and puts her body on top of a gurney. He then turns on the lights and sounds for the ambulance to get the attention of the hospital staff before he flies back off into the night. Some people from inside the hospital hear the ruckus outside and come and help her. Over in downtown Queens, a black hole emerges and Jonathan Ohms, aka The Spot, pops out of it.
I should have ended up inside the bank. There must be something here stopping me.
He looks around and finds the emitter and destroys it. He then puts a black hole on the side of the building and passes right through it into the bank.
Let's see. I believe I can turn my black hole into a mirror and essentially just pass through it. I intend to find out now by robbing this bank tonight. Why this bank? Because it's where Wilson Fisk keeps his money. You see, he sends someone to steal my tech. I steal his money. Fair trade.
The Spot gets to the bank vault and it works. He passes right through it.
Interesting. This plan is going off without any effort. I like having superpowers.
The Spot starts throwing up black holes over everyone's safety deposit boxes and starts reaching inside and pulling out to see what he can recover. He puts all the jewelry in one pile and all the money into another, and then opens up 2 black holes and sends it to his secret lair. It would take him a while before he would locate Wilson Fisk's safety deposit box, and when he looked inside, it's not money he finds, but a strange black tar goo. The Spot would examine it closely and wonder what exactly it was, but he didn't notice that when he first got here, he triggered the silent alarm, and as he went to leave now, he would encounter multiple police bum rushing through the doors. First, in front of the line, was Edward Brock, then Detective Terry Lee, then Officer Morales. Eddie says,
Stop right there or I'll shoot.
Me? Okay, I'll stop, but oh, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I stepped in one of these black holes and now I'm descending. Toodaloo.
Eddie fires multiple shots at the Spot, but he throws the black hole and resends the bullets back at Eddie, who dives to the ground and fires more shots. Detective Terry Lee is grazed in the arm, and Officer Morales grabs her and drags her to cover and returns fire. One of his shots would break the container of black goo that the Spot was holding, and it would plop to the floor. The Spot would be shot with multiple bullets, but they would all be in places that he had black holes on his body, so he would be unfazed.
Oh my, I guess I have overstayed my welcome. I'll see you all tomorrow. How about the same time, but a new place? I wonder where I'll be.
The Spot quickly opens up a black hole and disappears into it. Officer Morales retreats back to outside with Terry Lee trying to get her a medic, and Eddie Brock lies there on the ground, out of breath, talking to himself.
Damn it, Eddie, you had him. You just got too cocky. You can't blow this job right now. You're living out of your car, for Christ's sakes. Ever since Dr. Kirk Connors went missing. And I lost my apartment. Until now, I haven't even been able to pay my bills. And it's all because of Spider-Man. I hate him so much. What he did to me is unforgivable. I'm gonna make him pay. Some way, somehow, and the best chance I got at doing that was joining the police force. I may be green, but what the?
Eddie lied there talking to himself, thoughts racing through his head about what a failure he was and how he blamed Spider-Man for it all. As the black goo made its way towards him, it could feel his hatred, and it liked that. It also liked that he hated Spider-Man, because The Black Goo did too. Earlier this season, Spider-Man had found the Black Goo and was using it for himself, but ultimately discarded it to a probe being launched into space. Everything was good till Kingpin learned this information, then rerouted the satellite to retrieve it. When he recovered it, he put it in his safety deposit box for several weeks till the Spot liberated it. As it got to Eddie, we see the Black Goo devour him within seconds, and after a couple more seconds go by, we see the lump of Black Goo form into a humanoid shape. It's the size of Eddie, but more muscular. Its face resembles Spider-Man with big eyes, but his mouth is filled with razor-sharp teeth. The creature mouth opens and Eddie's head emerges out of it and says,
"Whoa, what the heck are you?"
We are civil through space. We recently found our way to your planet on an aircraft that had visited the moon. We must find the relic and turn it off, or he will come find us.
The relic? What the heck's that?
It's a stone that was on the moon with me. The idiotic humanoids that freed me also activated the stone.
Come again?
Short version, I'm a wanted space criminal who has fled his homeworld. The ship I was on was found when I was. The stone reacts differently with humanoids. It's a beacon to my home world. If I don't shut it off soon, they will come looking for me.
Why do you look like a sinister version of Spider-Man?
I can actually give you any form you would like, but I take this form because I was strongest when I blooded with him. From that experience, I can make you the strongest, even enough so that you can capture the spider and do with him as you wish.
I wish to make him suffer, as he did to me.
Very well. I'm going to conceal myself now, but I will be here with you. Now, get back to work.
I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I mean, what the hell do I even call you?
You called us Venom.